And now we have the overview of the automated parking enforcement research. And, take a staff report on that and then public comment.
Thank you. So I'm gonna start presentation for item 7C. So for agenda item 7C, staff will present research findings regarding automated parking enforcement, including legislative authority, operational requirements, fiscal considerations, implementation status in California, and the potential considerations for the city of Torrance. Earlier this year, the Legislative Advocacy Committee discussed the use of automated parking enforcement technologies and requested additional information regarding their potential implementation in the city of Torrance. The City Council subsequently referred the topic to the Traffic Commission for review and discussion. On May 4th, 2026, staff provided the Traffic Commission with a brief overview of the three automated enforcement technologies to be presented individually to the Commission over the coming months, which includes automated speed enforcement, automated parking enforcement, automated red light enforcement. Automated speed enforcement was already discussed at the June 1st, 2026 Traffic Commission meeting. So tonight's meeting, we're presenting automated parking enforcement. Staff researched three types of automated parking enforcement currently used or previously authorized in California: automated street sweeping enforcement, automated transit lane and transit stop enforcement, and automated bicycle lane enforcement. So automated street sweeping enforcement was previously authorized under AB 2567 as a pilot program, which expired in 2016. As a result, there is currently no statewide authority for cities to implement this type of enforcement. Operationally, the program uses cameras mounted on street sweepers to identify vehicles parked during posted street sweeping hours. For Torrance, implementation would require camera equipment for all 9 street sweepers, additional staff to review and process citations, and public outreach, negotiations with affected labor groups, and the privacy and the data security concerns. The city already achieved comprehensive street sweeping enforcement through its existing parking enforcement contract, with over 44,000 citations issued last fiscal years. Therefore, changing to an automated enforcement program won't impact Torrance's current enforcement capacity. Based on this fact, staff doesn't recommend pursuing this program. Second, several transit agencies in California currently use automated cameras to enforce violations in transit-only lanes and at designated bus stops. These programs have been successful in improving transit reliability and reducing illegal parking that interferes with bus operations. However, Torrance doesn't currently have dedicated transit lanes, and the staff receives very few complaints regarding vehicles blocking bus stops. Given that limited local need and the costs associated with implementation and ongoing operations, staff doesn't recommend this program for Torrance. So the third program, automated bike lane enforcement, uses cameras mounted on authorized vehicles to identify vehicles stopped or parked in Class 2 bike lanes. Several California cities have implemented or are planning these programs to improve bicyclist safety and reduce obstructions. In Torrance, however, staff receives very few complaints regarding vehicle blocking bicycle lanes. As a result, the anticipated safety and the operational benefits will be limited and are unlikely to justify the implementation of the operating costs. Therefore, staff doesn't recommend this program either. If the city were to consider any of those three automated parking enforcement program in future, several factors would need to be addressed. Those factors include confirming legal authority under California law, procuring equipment and software, establishing citation review procedures, providing public outreach, developing privacy and the records management policies, and then coordinating with affected labor groups and identifying funding for both capital and ongoing operating costs. These implementation requirements should be carefully evaluated before pursuing any automated enforcement program. In summary, staff evaluated three automated parking enforcement technologies currently used or previously authorized in California. Based on existing state legislation, current operating conditions, and the local enforcement needs, staff doesn't recommend implementing any of those programs at this time. Street sweeping enforcement is no longer authorized under state law. Torrance doesn't have dedicated transit lanes, and the bicycle lane parking violations are minimal. Existing enforcement practices are effectively addressing current needs. This concludes the presentation.